Okay. So the first thing you see that there's two classes I teach, calculus and personal finance. So what you do is you go down and click on your class website. That will bring you to the weekly plan. This will be up all year, right? When you click on it, the current week shows up. You can scroll over, click this arrow button and scroll over and see future weeks. When you get to this thing that says stop, that means anything further than that, I'm still trying to finalize. So if you know you're going to be missing a day, you can actually look ahead and see what it is that you're going to be missing. Does that make sense? Okay, everything that's on here is, the first thing is the Zoom meeting. Once everybody gets their Chromebooks, I'm even going to have you guys in class jump in on the Zoom meeting. I already have it set up to where your audio and video are turned off. So you don't have to feel self-conscious about you being shown. You'll see my face on the webcam, but you won't see anybody else's. I just thought that made everybody feel a little bit more comfortable. The reason why I'm going to have you guys as well as online kids jump into the Zoom meeting is because there's a little chat window that we can use for you to ask questions. And I have it set up that anything you send in the chat only goes to me. It doesn't go to anybody else. I can send messages to everyone. I can send messages to individuals. You can only chat me. So that's the Zoom meeting. Then is our learning target. I can find classroom information. That's important because when we get down to the daily attendance, you're going to have to tell me what the learning target was. That's where you find it. Reese, if that's your phone, would you put it away, please? Thank you. Success criteria. So you're going to be able to describe the expectations for you. You're going to be able to find the class website and describe how your grade is calculated. So by the end of the day, you should know how to do all those things. This is our agenda. I tried to set this whole thing up so you basically go from the top and work your way down. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the class website, which we already clicked on. And this is the weekly plan. And the other things that are in the weekly plan, if you look at like assignments coming up, everything is electronic. And so it's all in here. The links to everything is in here. And where you turn it in is all in here. So let's talk about our syllabus. If you click on the syllabus link, it would take you to here. So this is our syllabus. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Up at the top here is my email, contact information, email, phone number. That's a school phone number. This is the code for Remind. And then this is the link to our Google site, that bit.ly/lightmath. Classroom expectations. So I want you to embrace the challenge. Math is challenging, and the reason math is challenging is because it helps you to develop critical thinking skills. It's the best thing to do that. So although you will probably, and I will freely admit this, never use the quadratic formula again in your life, the skills, critical thinking skills you develop when you learn how to use it, those skills will be with you the rest of your life, right? So make sure that you are okay with making mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. I make mistakes. A mistake just means it's a learning opportunity. Make sure you're asking questions and make sure you're willing to work hard. Make sure you participate. Math is not a spectator sport. It takes practice, practice, practice. And then there's respect and safety. So we're going to work at using positive language, critique ideas, not people, and follow all the safety rules. Necessary materials over here. So every day you will need to bring your Chromebook. You can bring a set of headphones, a writing utensil, and a notebook or a binder. Grading scale. This is our normal grading scale. Your grade is weighted as follows. 10% is participation. And in participation, I include your assignment. So that goes into the 10%. Quizzes are 25%. Tests are 50%. And the final exam is 15%. Now, participation is based on did you complete the assignment. Quizzes, we are going to drop the lowest 2 quiz scores. Tests, the final exam may replace your lowest test score if it helps you. Quiz and test makeups. If you are absent for a quiz or a test, you need to schedule to take it within a week from the time it was originally scheduled. And you'll need to schedule that with me or possibly after school. Late work. Any assignment will receive half credit if it's after the due date, up until the day of that test. After that test, I won't accept it. So these are the concepts that we're going to talk about. First semester, we start talking about money basics. Then we'll talk about earnings. We'll talk about budgeting and spending, and then we'll talk about credit. That's first semester. Second semester, we start with income tax, and I even set aside a day. I will teach you how to do your taxes. Then we'll talk about investments, retirement, and insurance. Policies. I want you to refer to your handbook. for all of the details in the policies. Basically, cell phones, you can put away. I don't want to see them unless you're told otherwise. So tardies, get to class on time or face the consequences. That's in your handbook. Hall passes, if you need to use the restroom, there's a sign out and sign in sheet. I would appreciate a little, just let I need to use the restroom, and I'll be like, yep, okay, and then you just sign yourself out. No food or drink, and make sure your mask cover your nose all the way to your chin. Okay, we're going to talk about the differences between in-person versus online. So I've got some of our online students up here. So for those who are face-to-face in person, your class time, you are required to attend class at your scheduled time. We'll be using Zoom to facilitate our lectures and class discussion using the chat feature, and in-person students will experience this live. If you are online, students are highly recommended to attend class at their scheduled live session using Zoom. If you miss the live session, you will be required to view a video recording of the instruction portion only that will typically be posted by 3 p.m. the day of the live lesson. If you're in person and you're absent, you can view that recording so you can see what you've missed, okay? Independent work, or those who are in person, assignments are typically given daily. Class time is allotted for independent completion of work. Students are strongly encouraged to turn assignments in daily. Assignments not turned in by midnight on Sunday of the week they are assigned will be considered late and are subject to penalty. So you'll have class time every day to do the assignments. I really encourage you to turn them in every day so you don't forget whether or not you turned something in, but you have a buffer. You have to have them all turned in by Sunday. So if you missed a day, you still need to get them turned in by Sunday because you have the weekend to catch up. Does that make sense? And then for online students, assignments are typically given daily. It is up to students to allot time in their day to complete assignments. Students are strongly encouraged to turn assignments in daily. Assignments not turned in by midnight on Sunday of the week they are assigned will be considered late and are subject to penalty. So if any of the online students have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat and I'll answer them for you. Quizzes and tests, if you're in person, students will take quizzes and tests in class on the day that they are scheduled. If a student is absent, you need to make arrangements with me to make it up within a week. For students who are online, they'll take the quizzes and tests in Zoom on the day that they're scheduled. So you have to come into the Zoom meeting and take quizzes and tests on the day that they are scheduled. Makeups due to a medical absence must be scheduled to be taken within 1 week of the scheduled quiz or test. These are the technologies we're going to use. We're going to use Zoom, Google Sites, and here's the link, that bit.ly/lightmath. Remind. So you're going to text to the number 81010, and the code that you're going to use is @LightPF, PF for personal finance. This is a syllabus acknowledgement. I need you to fill out, click this link right here. It will take you to a form that you can submit right here under syllabus link. Just basically information, says that you read it. Also here, right here is the AUP form. That's the Acceptable Use Policy form. That form has to be filled out before you can get a Chromebook. Every day, you will need to fill out this daily attendance form. Okay, we'll start that as soon as you get your Chromebook. The daily attendance form is very short. Online students absolutely have to do it. This is how you are counted present. So you will click on this form here. Go to the daily attendance and ask for your last name, first name, which hour, whether you are online or face-to-face, and it asks you what was the learning target. The learning target is right here under learning target. And then basically rate your understanding of the lesson that day, all the way from a 1 to a 5. So let's talk about what class time is going to look like. Basically, you're going to come in at the beginning of class, you're going to get on a Chromebook, and you're going to log into the Zoom meeting. Then during class, on Mondays, we will start with a quiz. We will have a quiz every Monday. Then we'll do notes, activity, and practice, and we'll have an assignment for you to turn in. And at the end of the class, you will have to do the attendance form, and then everybody has to clean their desk. So what does the week look like? On Mondays, you have a quiz, and then we have notes, practice, or an activity. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, notes, practice, or an activity, right? On Fridays will be our weekly wrap-up day. So that will be your day to finish up any assignments maybe you didn't get finished, to get them turned in. It will also be, I will also give you a quiz review that will be just like the quiz. right? So it's a last minute opportunity for you to study for the quiz and ask any questions and get assignments turned in. Because if they're not turned in by Sunday, they are considered late and half credit. Here are the highlights. There was an online, hang on guys. There was an online expectations document that was put in the parent checklist that's on the clioschools.org website. Click on high school, go to news. Here are the highlights. Online students have a regular schedule. The content is the same as face-to-face students. All assignments, assessments, everything is the same as face-to-face students. You must log in and be visible during actual class time for assessments. It's all quizzes and tests. You have to log in during Zoom, and we'll have to turn on your videos for that. You are asked to join virtually for all or part of class time. I highly recommend joining virtually for all of class. I'll let you know when we've gotten to the end and then it's just work time. You can stay in the Zoom so you can ask questions as they come up, or you can leave at that time. You are required to log on and submit work digitally daily. I strongly recommend doing it during actual class time. It can be outside of class time, but it must be done by midnight Sunday. If you have questions, make sure you log in during your assigned class time, and you are also still eligible for virtual Pride tickets. So that's all I have for online students. If you have any questions, feel free to submit them in the chat. If not, you guys are free to go. I'd make sure you check out the website though, and you have to do the daily attendance link. That has to be done today, every day, so that you can get credit for being here. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.